Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. That's Jake.
Who are you?
I'm Dan.
Oh!
Yeah, that's Jake. I'm Dan. We're the Whiskey Watchers, and today we finally got our hands on a Baker's 13 and we were gonna taste it, we're gonna look at it, we're gonna open it, we're gonna stare at it, and we're gonna review it just for you. Coming out of Jimothy
Baker Beam.
We have this awesome 13-year-old single barrel Baker's at 107 proof for your face piece. We're gonna pour it up here in just a second, but before we do that,
We're gonna put it up against Weller first.
I'm going to ask Jake to go ahead and make the addition to the old infinity bottle this time.
I'm gonna fill it the rest of the way up.
Here you go. Use that.
Oh, okay.
And while Jake's adding that to the infinity bottle and into the infinity blend, I'm gonna remind you to go down below, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell to, well, become notified of when we post new content every Monday and Thursday. Become a watcher and help us on the road to 500 and then on to 1,000. We can't wait to have you with us. So,
This cap really disappointed me.
I know, it's...
Plastic, it's got the fake metal ring on it. Oh, it's a barrel stave barrel.
Yeah, Jim Beam kind of cheaped out.
Honestly, I was half expecting this to be rubber and it's plastic.
They cheaped out on the lid, on the cap.
Yeah, they really did on the cork.
So Jim Beam went all the way, I think it was just the pendant. They just kind of went all the way on the pendant on the side of this thing.
On the neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kind of cheaped out on the...
Proof 107, aged 13 years.
And then it gives you the barrel.
Barrel number 1231483. For all of you who have it, follow along. Get your
It's like follow the bouncing ball. Just follow the bouncing, tasting notes.
Except there's no scary ghost at the end of it, like that Kia commercial that people circulated on the internet, that where a ghost jumps out at the last second and goes. Yeah, there's none of that. Unless you just got scared by me, in which case I'm sorry.
Pour some whiskey.
Fine.
So as he's pouring this one up, I'm gonna go ahead and start staring at it. Oh, baby.
Oh my. No, that's, oh Jesus.
I'm gonna be drinking this one for a while.
That's about even, honestly. I gotta drive.
We may have had some corrupted files from some earlier
I blame the
recordings.
neck. This looks thicker than other necks.
Yeah. So we may have had to re-record something, and my goodness, our pores have gotten fatter. Anyway, so Baker's 13.
It's turning into a good night. You know?
It is turning into a really good night. So let's give this one a look. This is actually a very, very dark.
Don't have to tilt it too much, you'll spill it.
I know, but the legs on this thing are in full effect. The color is a very dark amber, like almost the kind you'd expect to see in like Jurassic Park.
We use that a lot. I love that movie.
But it's so accurate.
It's so amber-esque.
Amber-esque.
There's no mosquitoes in this one though, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. I'd hate bugs in my whiskey.
I know, right?
Anyway, so on the nose.
I just smelled it and my God. I got a little preemptive. I'm so used to spinning and sniffing.
Oh, wow.
I've caught myself a few times. This was not one of those times. It's very peanut-y.
So the beamy, peanutty funk is in full effect on this thing. So
but there's something else too that's really masking it almost. Like you get the peanut note, but there's another note that's trying to overpower it.
It's just this rickhouse funk. I swear it's just this very odd rickhouse funk that I'm in love with it.
They just put mesh and drill holes all through their brick house so we got airflow or something. Actually, that I'm gonna have to look into that. That might do some things.
That is crazy. That is a crazy good nose. It's very peanut forward. Like it's almost peanut dust. Like you go to Texas Roadhouse when they used to let you throw the peanut shells on the floor. That's what this reminds me of.
When you walked in and it looked like there was just a peanut factory accident.
Yes. And then you had.
And then everybody was like, "Oh, my peanut allergy," and it's like, "Well, don't come here. You know what it looks like."
And you had Grandma slipping on peanut shells all the time. But Grandma was okay.
They made walkers for that.
Grandma's a trooper. She lived through the Depression.
She didn't care.
She lived through World Wars.
Vietnam.
World Wars, the Depression.
Horrible presidents, great presidents.
Anyway.
All the same senators.
So, yeah, a lot of big peanut vibes, a little bit of rickhouse mussiness. I get a little bit of like vanilla on this one. Obviously, the essential bourbon notes, vanilla, caramel,
frappe.
are here. And yeah, anyway, cheers everyone. We're gonna go in for a taste.
Put a smile on everybody, come on.
Oh wow.
There's the peanut, but then there was something else that I just got like a wind blew across my mouth.
Yeah, the peanut was just full force.
As I get so much saliva.
And then all of a sudden the peanut just was like, and then it was gone. And now it's just this
funk. It's the Rick House.
But it's in a good way.
Oh, I know.
Like, I love this.
I like Rick Houses. I like the smell of Rick Houses though. So I mean, like,
you walk into a Rick House and you turn into a puddle. You're just like,
I walk into a Rick House and just go. Every time.
So after having tasted it, go back to the nose really quick. The peanuttiness turns into more of a dry roasted peanut instead of just that
Honey roasted.
Yes.
Honey roasted peanuts.
That's crazy. So a big honey note comes out after you take your first sip. I'm gonna go in for a second sip here.
I'm gonna lap at it like a dog.
Yeah. That's crazy good.
Ooh, that one was hot. It was a big sip.
Yeah.
Hot sip.
That is crazy good.
Cold chills.
Did it give you the goose pimples?
Give me the goosey bumps or whatever people call them. Yeah, everybody's got a weird name for them.
So
Cold chills, goose pimples, goose bumps.
So yeah, after your first taste, that peanut shell, peanut husk, what have you, note kind of goes away, and it gives away to this very sweet, like you said, like a honey roasted peanut vibe. It still has that Rick House funk in the background, but I'm also getting just
the EDM of peanut.
Oh my gosh, this deep dark vanilla, almost like an almost burnt caramel, but it's just to the point where it's perfect.
The peanut is the warehouse. Everything else is the rave inside.
My goodness, that's good.
All of a sudden, you just hear Darude, Sandstorm.
So I feel fortunate enough to have gotten this one. We did open it. I actually did open it with a friend before the review. Let him try it. So this is the first time we've actually taken a taste of it.
I don't like that at all. That's fake plastic metal.
That is the only thing that I'm going to knock this bottle for.
Yeah. The rest of it is great, but that annoys me so much looking at it.
I know it does.
It's a molded piece of plastic. What's it supposed to look like? Yeah, let's put a barrel ring on this bad boy. Oh, dude, we've got some extra metal. No.
Cost.
I want 2 buttons and a little divot that looks like the end of a strap.
Yeah. So Beam, you do
Step it up, man.
Well, here's the thing. Beam does limited releases really well.
Yeah, they do.
They do them really well.
I guess they took this and put it here, but
I'd rather have this here
Yeah, same.
than that here.
take the metal, put it on the cork.
Yeah. But for now, honestly,
Give it some heft, you know.
Honestly, a letter grade for this one, I am
F because of the lid. No.
I'm at a solid A on this one. I really do
Solid
enjoy
A?
this.
That's a lot.
I'm a solid A on this one.
That's usually your Old Forester grade.
But normally I'm not a huge Beam drinker, and this thing is just
I know what the last time you got an A was.
AF, yeah. But no, I'm normally not a huge Beam drinker,
That came in quick.
but my goodness, this thing is a solid A for me. I really enjoy everything about it. The nose,
Maybe we should
palate,
put it up against some other 107s and have you pick them out.
maybe.
Rank. That's what we're going to do an episode about that. I'm going to throw out some of your favorite whiskeys out here, and I'm going to make you guess. As I'm just sitting here sipping whatever I feel like sipping.
We could do that. We could totally do that.
You used to do it to me. I'm going to for sure do it to you.
But for right now, what's your letter grade?
Probably a B plus.
B plus?
B bordering B plus. It's okay, but I mean, to me, it tastes like most Beam products. It's a lot of peanut, and everything else is kind of.
It's a lot. Okay. Full disclosure, it is a lot of Beam. like a lot of typical bean products. You are right. But the age allows those beamy notes to be a little bit more pronounced, and it allows those notes to just kind of mellow out in a way that other bean products just don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I don't get this kind of like quality on a Booker's.
I was about to compare this to a Booker's too. So I mean, like to me, I imagine this is like a low proof Booker's.
Yeah.
Usually your Booker's are like 120,
130 proof, but they're also around 6 to 7 years old.
Yeah.
This is 13 years old.
Age it, prove it down.
Exactly. So, the last question we got to ask, does it dethrone Jack 12?
No.
For you, no?
No, not at all.
For me, it's actually rather close.
But not close enough.
But it's not close enough. Jack 12 is going to sit there for a little bit longer.
Next to Marty and next to Robin.
So.
And Darth Vader and a couple of Stormtroopers and Luke and R2.
Yeah. Yep.
And thousands of other people. All of them are going to die.
All of them.
Every single one. But you know how these work in Star Wars?
Yep.
They're dead.
Yep. But for now.
Dead. You're dead.
But for now, the Jack 12 will get to hang out on the shelf for another week.
You're not dead. Not yet.
But we're coming into April now.
Yeah.
So we're
Fools.
gonna start getting into a few more allocations coming out. I mean, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the B batch is coming next month.
That weird finish that the Square Company Town Branch is doing.
Town Branch has done a maple stout barrel finish. We're going to review that. We also have Blood Oath coming, pack 10. The 10th anniversary of Blood Oath is coming.
Oh Lord!
So
it's going to be 108.6. They're going to call it running a fever.
Running a fever.
That would be so funny to see Blood Oath do a special release called Fever Edition. It's just a little hot.
It'd be kind of interesting.
101, somewhere in there.
Yep. But until we drink again, guys, we want to thank you for joining us. Sorry about the little aside there.
I get distracted.
But I think it was all worth it. Baker's 107 averages out to an A- for us. Solid A for me, a B+ for him, so that's going to be an A- for us. Again, go down below, do all the things, like, subscribe, help us hit 500, on to 1,000 for that free bottle giveaway. The bottle announcement forthcoming. Once we hit 500, we'll
750 maybe?
No, once we hit 500, I'll let them know what the bottle is.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll let them know what the bottle is at 500. So, anyway,
that one.
thank you again for joining us, and until we drink again, we want to remind you to share a pour with your friends and family.
Because much like the movies,
memories don't make themselves. Thank Bud, because I did get kind of winded on those.
dainty peep.
Dainty. Cheers.
Cheers.